All right, really lucky to be here with Henry Cejudo, 2008 Olympic champion at the time, the youngest Olympic champion for the United States ever. Former youngest Olympic champion. Top contender in the UFC, really exciting guy to watch wrestle and fight. Really thankful for the opportunity to get him here. So Henry, you had success at a young age, high success at a young age. We were just talking about you're a senior in high school beating a world champion. What do you attribute to your success at such a young point in your life?
I think Will. I think what I like to kind of sum it out to, it's like I had the heart and the ability. It's like, what is your heart? Your heart is not something cardiovascular. Your heart is like the goodness of your mind. Your heart is your passion, your will, your desire, something that you're willing to suffer to obtain. That's your heart. And then two, I would have to say my ability. I believe I have this ability that I was somewhat born with, that God has given me, and that I developed kind of over time. I decided what I wanted to do. It was different for me because my dad never wrestled. I didn't have an uncle that wrestled. I started wrestling in 1999 because I saw my brother wrestle, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Before then, I used to fight for ice cream as a little kid, a bunch of Mexican guys that get drunk, and that was a sort of a fighting that we used to do. And I found wrestling, and everything changed. But getting back to that heart and ability, I think at times people have to check that. People have to check either your heart, you're either in it, you either want it or you don't, or your ability, you either really want it, but your ability is way down here. And, or you can, a lot of people like to say the skill has to match the will, but I get a little more in depth when I talk about, having success at a very young age, because I had the abilities, I had the coaches, I put myself in the right situations, and I had the heart, I had the desire, I had that warrior spirit, and when you're able to mesh those two things together, that's what equals success. And I've seen it here at the training center. You see these guys that cannot let go of that dream. Their heart's in it, but their ability is just not there. It may be technical, it may be tactical, it may be something along those lines, but they have to figure it out, or you're always going to be a runner-up. And I knew I was special since I started wrestling. Because I was different, man. I just felt like I was just different from every other kid. I had this mindset that was just pure savage. Pure savage. Like, I knew I wanted to be the best in the world. That's never want to be a NCAA champion, never want to be a state champion. My ultimate goal was to be an Olympic champion. And it's crazy. It's crazy how things fall into place, how things come a lot sooner than you think. I'll never forget it. I was standing on that podium, 2008, becoming the youngest in history at that time, and seeing the American flag quiver up, hearing the national anthem, and I'm pinching myself. But at the same time, it's like you're in disbelief, but at the same time, I've dreamt about that moment so much. I've always thought about it. I was so obsessed with it. Like, did I been here before? The crowd, the people, the flag. My opponents see Russian number 2 and number 3. It's